Next theorem is Millman's theorem. This is another mathematical technique by which we can find out the current or potential drop across any branch in a bilateral network. You can say your Thevenin's theorem as well as your Norton's theorem may be applicable in this network. So first, let us consider a circuit or we have taken a generalized circuit in which number of sources are connected in parallel. Number of sources are connected in parallel at a common point. Let we have n number of resistances or we can say conductances where your conductance is reciprocal of resistance and they are connected. All these resistances let be connected at a common point 0 dash. Another terminal is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let 0 be the any we have considered any point 0 and how they are connected. These all the points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, not 5, nth point. They are connected to this 0 point. And this point is we have considered anywhere in the circuit and how 1 and this point 0 are connected we have not defined. They may be connected through certain source or they may be connected directly having a 0 resistance or there may be another value of resistance. So these are we have considered. Then voltage across V00 dash would be equal to V01 G1, V02 G2, V03 G3 and so on. V0 and G divided by G1 plus G2 plus G3 plus so on G. So we can, this theorem gives this result. And VOO dash is the voltage across any branch. Now, because all these branches are connected in parallel, across any branch we can find out the voltage drop. Once you have the voltage drop across a particular branch, if you want to find out current, divide this voltage by the resistance, you will have the value. Now, or where G1 is 1 by R1, G2 is 1 by R2 and so on. And what would be the current in this branch? For example, I1 note 1 to 0 dash. What would be the current? Total voltage across that branch? Divided by resistance of that branch, or G1. Likewise, I2 note would be V note 2 minus and so on. IN note so this equation, let this be equation number 1. This equation 1 can be written as I1 dash plus I2 dash plus I3 0 dash and so on divided by G1 plus G2 plus G3 plus so on Gn, or this is algebraic sum of current to the algebraic sum of conductance. So means in place of voltage source we can have current source. Number of current sources are connected in parallel. Simple. Either number of voltage sources are connected in parallel. This theorem is applicable where number of voltage sources are connected in parallel, or number of current sources are parallel. There may be certain branches or resistances which are not being connected in parallel. So when we have to find out the open circuit voltage, we have to ignore these resistances. We will explain that in taking certain problems. Now, this equation can be rewritten as V00 dash V01 into 1 by R1, or V01 by R1 if resistance, value of resistances are given, V02 by R2, V03 by R3, so V0n by Rn divided by 1 by R1, 1 by R2, 1 by Rn plus 1 by R3, 1 by R. So this is the statement of this theorem. Okay? But this theorem we can find out the open circuit voltage directly. Let us explain this, how we will get this equation. As per this theorem, this VO dash should be equal to this. Now, what is the voltage across this G1? V10 dash. V10 dash. What would be the voltage? That would be equal to total voltage. For example, we have this circuit that may be connected through certain source, or it may be connected directly. If no source is given, this voltage would be considered at 0. So this would be total voltage VOO dash minus this voltage V10. Or we can write it V01 because we have mentioned here V0. So this would be the voltage drop across this G1, total voltage between VO dash minus we have reduced this drop, and that is equal to now what would be the current in this G1? Voltage across G1, current across through G1. What is the current? I10 dash. That will be equal to what is the voltage? V10 dash. What is the voltage? Divided by what is the resistance, or multiplied by it what is the conductance G1. Or we can say 10 dash was this one minus 01 into G1. So this is the current across this G1. Now similarly current across G2. G2 I3 0 dash V00 dash minus V03 into G3 and so on. I and 0 dash V00 dash 0n Gn. So these are the currents in these branches. And as per Kirchhoff's current law, yes, what is the current at this junction? Algebraic sum of current meeting at this point 00 dash would be 0. So what are the currents? What are the currents? Currents are 1 I1 0 dash plus I2 0 dash plus I3 0 dash plus so on IN 0 dash is equal to 0. Or what was the I1 0 dash? Put this value here. V00 dash minus V01 into G1 plus V00 dash minus V02 plus V00 dash V03 into G2 और कर दीजिएगा G2 G3 प्लस सो V00 dash V0n into Gn. Now, or that is equal to 0. That is equal to 0. Now V00 dash common here. All V00 dash common minus, we have taken this common, or V00 dash by G1 into G1 is common. G1 plus G2 plus G3 plus Gn. ये फर्स्ट पार्ट हमने कंसीडर किया, माइनस V01 G1 माइनस V02 G2 माइनस V03 G3 and so on minus V0n Gn is equal to 0. और V00 dash would be equal to, दूसरी साइड ले जाइए इनको, take these terms on other side, it would be V01 G1 minus plus V02 G2 plus V03 G3 plus so on V0n Gn divided by, yani this part will go to the denominator side of other side, G1 plus G2 plus G3 plus Gn. What we have given statement, we have verified the same. So we can find out this voltage directly across the any branch. Likewise V01 what? Current I10 dash or V00 dash I10 dash plus I20 dash plus so on I30 dash plus so on IN divided by G1 plus G2 plus G3 plus Gn, or V00 dash is algebraic sum of currents to the algebraic sum of or summation of conductance. So we may have the current source here or we may have the voltage source, we can directly find out this. We have to find out the voltage across this 10 ohm branch, or we can say current across this 10 ohm branch using Millman's theorem. What Millman? These 100 ohm, 50 ohm, 100 ohm, 10 ohm are the resistances. What this theorem states, this is the Millman's theorem, we know. So let us first mark the common point. Let these are the sources. Let this point be 0 and this point be 0 dash. Now, how these branches are connected? This 100 volt and 100 ohm are connected in series. 100 volt 50 ohm are connected in series. So this 100 ohm 100 volt connected with 100 volt 50 ohm connected with 100 ohm connected with 10 ohm in parallel. Now you have 4 branches which are being connected in parallel. So mark कर दे points. Let it be 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? So what is the V01 voltage? 100. 100. G1 is equal to 1 by R1. What is the resistance with this branch? 1 by 100. Direction of voltage sources are same. Second one was 100. Resistance was 50. Third one, what is the voltage here between 3 and 0? 0. No voltage source is connected. So it would be 0 by 1 by 100 plus 0 by into 1 by 10 divided by G1 plus G2 1 by 100 plus 1 by 50 plus 1 by 100 plus 1 by 10. Simplify it. 1 plus 2 plus 0 plus 0 divided by 100 LCM 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 10. So you have 3 into 100 divided by 40. So VOO dash 300 by 14 volt. You simply calculate it. This will be the voltage between this terminal and this terminal. So means this is the voltage between across 100 ohm across 10 ohm. So what would be the voltage across 10 ohm resistance is 300 by 14 volt. If you have to find out the current I4, then it would be VOO dash voltage across this 10 ohm divided by resistance of this branch. So simple, 300 by 14 divided by resistance 10 ohm, so it will be 15 by 7 ampere. So this theorem is simple. In last lecture we were discussing about Millman's theorem, and we had find out that voltage across the terminals, node terminals, is given by V01 G1 G2 V03 G3 plus GN. Where your G is the conductance and G is equal to 1 by R. If resistances are given, just place in place of G1 1 by R1, G2 1 by R2, G3 1 by R3. Or we have discussed that this voltage may be written as I1, I2, I3, IN G1 plus G2 plus G3 Gn. Or we have mentioned I10 dash, that doesn't matter. I20 dash, I30 dash, or algebraic sum of currents to the algebraic sum of or sum of conductance is your this open circuit. Let us consider this theorem is applicable when number of sources are connected in parallel, or we can say number of voltage sources are connected in parallel. So this theorem can be used as a Thevenin's theorem when only voltage sources are available. Let this one be the E1, R1, R2, R3, E2, E3, and this be the R, terminal A and B. Now let this be the 0 and this be the 0 dash. So as per our Millman's theorem, we simply, what would be this output voltage VAB, that is equal to VO dash. VO dash or VAB would be equal to, or voltage drop across this load branch, that will be equal to E1 into G1 into 1 by R1 plus E2 1 by R3 R2 plus E3 1 by R3 plus, what is the voltage here? 0. Zero by 0 into 1 by R divided by 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3 and 1 by R. This theorem can be applied as a Thevenin's theorem, and for application of the Thevenin's theorem, our first step was remove load branch. Remove load branch. Then still you can find out the open circuit. You will remove this load branch and you will find out this open circuit voltage. In this case, in earlier case, it was the voltage drop across the load branch. Now this VOO dash or this VAB becomes the open circuit voltage, or it is equivalent to Thevenin's voltage. And next step, to find out the equivalent resistance, replace all the sources with their internal resistance. R equivalent or R Thevenin. R equivalent or R Thevenin would be equal to because this is equal to 1 by RTH, and reciprocal of this will be RTH. So this way we can find out, and thereafter, as we have done in Thevenin's theorem, RL, RTH, VTH, so your current through this load branch would be VTH by RTH plus RL, or VAB would be equal to IL into RL. In this way we can simplify it. Let us consider a simple problem. So here we can do these two problems, and in first problem we have to find out current and potential drop across this 5 ohm branch. In next problem we have to find out current and potential drop across this 8 ohm branch. All the resistance is given are in ohms. Here we have combination of current and voltage source. Here we have only the voltage source. First we will take this problem. As per Millman's theorem, our formula was G. So we will solve this theorem by both the ways, directly as well as like Thevenin's theorem. First, what will be the VO dash? Let this be the V0 or 0 dash common point. This theorem is applicable only when number of parallel branches are connected at a common point. Whatever be the extra branches, we have to neglect. For example, we have the some resistances here. So we have to neglect it, because this particular resistance is not being connected to this reference point or O point, 0 point. It should be connected with this as well as this. Whatever is there, we have to neglect it. Like first, directly, what will be the VO dash? Let this be point 1, 2, 3, 4. What is V01? 6. And resistance is, conductance is 1 by 2 plus V02, 0. And your conductance is 1 by 6 plus 12 into 1 by 4 plus 0 into 1 by 5 divided by 1 by 2 plus 1 by 6 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 5. So this will be VOO dash or VAB. So this comes out to be 3 plus 0 plus 3 plus 0. 30. 15 plus 5 plus 4. 60. 30 plus 10 plus 15 plus 12. So this would be equal to 6 into 60 by 40 or 27, 67. 67 volt. If you want to find out the current in this branch, so IL would be VAB by RL. 360 by 67 by 5. Now same can be simplified like Thevenin's theorem. Remove this load branch. Now we would have yes 40, 50, 55. That would be 72 by 11 volt. Now this voltage is VThevenin or VOC. Next week we will find out the equivalent resistance. 2, 6, 4. And 1 by 2, 1 by 6, 1 by 4 equivalent resistance was 55 by 60 or 66 by R equivalent or R Thevenin. It would be 1 by 2 plus 1 by 6 plus 1 by 4 same, and it comes out to be 55 by 60. It would be 60 by 55, 12 by 11 ohm. Now resistance was 12 by 11, voltage source was of 72 by 11 volt, and this is your load branch. So what would be the current? IL would be VTH (12 by 11) plus RL was 5. 72 by 11 divided by 12 plus 55 by 11. So it would be 72 by 67 ampere. But what is the current? If you divide it, (72 by), when you have find out directly, it was current was 72 by 67 ampere, and again using this Thevenin theorem's techniques, by including this Thevenin's theorem technique, it is 72 by 67. There is no change in the result. Or what would be the voltage? VL, that would be equal to 72 into 5 by 67. That is IL into RL. It comes out to be same, 360 by 67 volt. The result would remain same. You can use directly or includes the Thevenin's theorem. In book, you may have both the techniques. So you have not to worry about that. What technique you have to. You have just basic idea that this is the Millman's theorem and we have to apply it. You can solve it by yourself. Now here we have included one current source. And this will give you more better picture. One thing should be clear, either you make all the voltage source, convert them in all the current source or voltage source, or you can have the mix up of that. If you convert into all current source it will give you better idea, or it will simplify you. Things would be simplified. Otherwise, you can implement directly, because V1 into G1 is your I1. V2 into G2, I2. If first source is current source, you can use it accordingly. No teaching that. Let we convert these voltage sources into current source. Let's see what happens. Current source, equivalent current source would be of 12 by 4, 3 ampere. And having a parallel resistance of 4 ohm. This 6 by 4. Ampere with a parallel resistance of 6 ohm, and this is a 8 ohm branch where we have to find out the potential drop or current. So this equation VO dash may be written as I1 plus I2 plus I3 and so on, divided by G1 plus G2 plus G3, so on, or algebraic sum of current to the algebraic or sum of conductance. See here, polarity was reversed. So this would be the direction of current in that current source. Now, what will be the algebraic sum of currents? We have three currents, 5 plus 3 plus, here direction was reversed, minus 4, and this branch is not having any current source. Not having any current source, so assume it is having a 0 element, plus 0. Yes. Conductance is 1 by 12 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 6 plus 1 by 8, and your it would be 4 by 24, 2 plus 6 plus 4 plus 3, 4 into 24 divided by 15, or 32 by 5 volt. Answer is voltage drop across this 8 ohm branch is 32 by 5 volt. Now, what would be the current? If the voltage is 32 by 8, what would be the current? IL, 32 divided by 5 into V by R, Ohm's law, 4 by 5 amp. Now, come to your Thevenin's theorem concept. One thing is clear, this current, as we have applied Milberg's theorem, was this one. Here we have the number of current sources, So what would be the equivalent current? algebraic sum of currents 5 plus 3 minus 4 ampere, and these resistances are connected in parallel. So what is the, all the sources are replaced by their internal resistance. 12 ohm, 4, 6. R equivalent would be it would be 1 by 12, 1 by 12 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 6, and it would be 1 by 12, 1 plus 3 plus 2, it would be 12 by 6, 2 ohm. So this is the equivalent current source with a parallel resistance of 2 ohm. The current source was of 4 ampere. RL was 8 ohm. So what would be the load current? IL would be total current, resistance of other branch divided by sum of the resistances, 8 by 10, that is 4 by 5 ampere. And what would be the VAB? AB, that would be equal to IL into RL, 4 by 5 into RL was 8, 32 by 5 volt. So result would remain same. Either you make it directly or using Norton's theorem or Thevenin's theorem technique. So this is the beauty of your Millman's theorem. You can use Millman's theorem to solve your Thevenin's theorem and Norton's theorem. When you find out the open circuit voltage, you can find out it using the Millman's theorem also.